Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Saturday. I have a very distinct message coming through today that I'd like to share with you. Um, I titled this Embrace Your Chaos because it is the key to the transformation that you seek. It's something I posted, the full thing on my story. And the message that's really prominent for me today is and it's been through my experience that I found that this tends to be very counterintuitive to how we were kind of brought up to think and feel. But what I have found is when I desire to change something about myself or within myself, let's say, in the past, that's been a very active process. You know, how can I force myself to be a different way? What can I learn to make myself different? It's like this very active, kind of forceful, aggressive, because that's kind of a tendency that I've had in my personality. That's the process behind it when I want to shift something internally. But what I've really come to realize on this journey of learning about how the emotions and the energetics of the emotions work within our bodies is that many times the things that we desire to shift are a result of something not being dealt with way earlier on in our lives. And so I feel another concept that comes into play here, and you may have heard of it, is like feel it to heal it. And what happens anytime we try to force something to change, or anytime, like even to decide you want to change something about yourself, you're saying, I don't like this. I want this to go away. I want to be different. And when you're saying something like that, hi, beauty, sending love to you in Arizona. When you proclaim that you want something to be different, you're not happy with something about yourself, you want it to change, immediately there is a resistance, an energetic resistance that happens. You identify that there's something about you, you don't like it, you want it to change, and there's almost like energetically, it's like a condemnation. There's like, I don't want this anymore, and it's a resisting force, it's an opposing force. And what happens with resistance is that we hit the pause button energetically. It's like the resistance encapsulates around what you want to change, and it actually holds it in place. And so if we operate from this lens, whatever, what we're really doing is identifying things about ourselves and then causing resistance that keeps them playing in a loop. It encapsulates them and holds us in them, or holds them in us. When what we could do is the opposing, like a different way to go about it would be to first accept this part of us. Accept that this part of us exists. Accept it. Come to acceptance of it before we want to change it. Come to compassion about it. Come to a place where we can feel it and coexist with it, because it's a part of us. At the end of the day, it's a part of us. If we are shutting off and disconnecting and separating ourselves from a part of us that is severing the energetics. It's disrupting our internal energetics. So when we can come into acceptance, many times what will happen, and we feel it to heal it, right? We come into acceptance, we let it be there. We let it be there. We stop judging ourselves for it. We stop desiring it to be gone. We just let it be. We hold it. And a lot of times it will naturally fade away. And I found this with physical pain as well. I found this with a lot of things, mostly on an emotional basis, like emotions that I've had inside, let's say anger or grief or, things coming up that are just uncomfortable. And it's like, I don't want to feel this way. But what I have found is the key to moving through it is allowing it, accepting it. And after it's felt, it will usually go away. And another like way of looking at this that I was remembering came to me a while back was, um if we want to change something, but we have to do all these things to do it, it's like we're creating more work for ourselves. When what if all we really have to do is allow ourselves to release it, allow ourselves to feel it, and allow ourselves to let it go. It's force versus ease, the way that I see it. I feel like this society is very much based on force, which is a masculine energy. I feel this society is over masculine. It's not balanced in the masculine and the feminine. Ease is a more feminine energy. Force is a more masculine energy. And so when we're over masculinized, if that's even a word, we're lacking balance and our energetics are off to begin with. That's probably a completely different um, topic of video. But yeah, so I'm encouraging you, inviting you today, feel into this different perspective, this rebellious perspective, and see how it feels to you. Maybe experiment with it in your own life. And I hope you have the most amazing rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. I love you all.